name is Gwen and Lonnie Parker was my brother. He was killed in Vietnam on October 24th, 1968. He was a medic with the 5th Mechanized Division, and according to letters from his fellow soldiers, if he had waited about 2 seconds later, he probably would not have died, but he died trying to save one of his fellow soldiers. That was a great loss to our family and our community, and he shall never be forgotten. My youngest brother, Mike, was 9 years old when Lonnie died, and on the day that we got the news that he had been killed, of course, the whole family was terribly upset. Mike went to bed that night, and he cried, and he cried, and he cried. Being the big sister, and I was always the mother hen over my younger siblings, I went and got into bed with him to calm him down. And about 5 o'clock on Saturday morning, I woke to hear my father sobbing, and it broke my heart. He was literally wailing, and that was a very sad time for me, and I shall never forget it. He had one friend. They were both medics, and actually this gentleman visited our family in 1969, and then later came back several years later with his wife and daughter to visit. And I have talked to him in the past 5 years or so, and he lives in North Carolina. And that is the only person we had direct contact with, other than just some letters that my mother received from some of the other soldiers. Well, everybody, this guy's name, his nickname was Mac. Mac said that, you know, Lonnie was just somebody that wanted to help everybody, and he always put himself at risk in doing so. And we had a letter from a guy named Mike Thompson, and Mike says in the letter that if Lonnie had waited like 2 seconds to go out when he went to help the fallen soldier, he would probably have not gotten killed at that time. But he got shot through the chest and he died instantly, according to the reports that we had. Started going to all the bases that he'd been stationed in printing stuff. When I hit Fort Mammoth, big security alert thing came up.
Wow.
And it would not let me on that site. So we think it was probably, I think it was a communications place, communications training. And I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. I just know, I mean, I think I have some of the, I may even have a copy of one of the orders. But one other thing, when he went to Texas, when he went and finished his medic training and he came home, he went back to Fort Sam Houston. Well, he was getting ready to be deployed. He called home. He was frantic. He couldn't find his records where he'd had all of his shots. Couldn't be deployed without that, so they had to give them all to him all over again. I don't know how long it was after he died. I was upstairs one day, and there was a shelf on the wall. There was some magazines laying there, and I picked the magazine up, which should fall out with that record. So, but anyway, it was a sad time. My mother never got over that.